Who's the best team left in this year's Champions League? Today, we're diving deep into their squads using a different method, something risky, never done before. With the help of the game World Soccer Champs and some basic, easy-to-understand stats, we're going to predict who will win the Champions League among the four semi-finalists: Inter Milan, Barcelona, Arsenal, and Paris Saint-Germain. Before we start, quick disclaimer, this is all for entertainment purposes. Don't go betting everything on the team we pick as the winner. Football goes beyond numbers, and the ball is unpredictable. Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. The important thing is to keep trying. But what if we actually get it right? To make this video, I had to buy all four teams and the game, so leave a like for the investment. I used the data pack 98 trick which we've already covered on the channel to get PSG at a lower cost. I'll analyze each team's starting 11, breaking it down by attack, midfield, and defense. In case of a tie, I'll calculate a total average. Also, wingers will be considered forwards, just to keep things consistent when calculating team averages. Don't worry about the math, I'll handle that. You just copy the final result. To avoid dragging down the average with super low-rated players, I'm removing anyone rated under 76. Let's be honest, they're probably not stepping onto the pitch anyway. Unless, of course, Ibrahim Bey shows up, scores a hat-trick in the final, and wins the Ballon d'Or. I'll also include a bonus panel with extra data like average age, number of national team players, and the club's financial status. But just to be clear, this information won't affect the final ranking. Let's begin with Paris Saint-Germain. Still looking for their first ever Champions League title, after several failed attempts and big-name squads. This version of PSG is far less flashy. We'll use their default lineup in the game and analyze each position one by one. Now we move from one team without a Champions League to another, Arsenal. Yes, I had to pay again. I'm going broke. Jokes aside, the Gunners have been one of the surprise finalists. Like PSG, they've had a history of choking in big moments, but this might be one of their best chances to finally win the Champions League. Even though they've looked great throughout the tournament, we're not taking recent form into account, only the squad. I excluded youth players and highlighted key names like Declan Rice, who's been consistently solid. Personally, I don't think there's a clear favorite this year, unlike other editions. But tell me in the comments, who do you think is going to win? I'll laugh when we both get it wrong. Just kidding, I actually want to hear your expert opinions on this champagne football debate. Now we head to the second bracket, Inter Milan and Barcelona. I bought Inter, yes, again. There was a small issue, but I decided to ignore it and keep going. Unlike the others, Inter already has 3 Champions League titles and even made the final recently. They're definitely a serious contender. Their key player is Captain Lautaro Martinez, backed by the oldest squad left in the competition. That actually works in their favor, since football games often give younger players lower ratings. This method isn't biased toward any team, I'm just collecting the data I find most relevant. Finally, we have Barcelona. I ran out of books, but don't worry, I used my YouTuber connections. A friend of mine, who runs the WSC Mundial page, sent me some team screenshots. Go follow his page. Section A has the most Champions League trophies out of the 4. Their squad is quite young, with rising stars like Lamine Yamal and veterans like Robert Lewandowski, plus players like Rafinha. Using the images, I analyzed their stats just like the other teams. Now for the first semi-final, Arsenal beats PSG. Unfortunately, the way we evaluated the squads worked against PSG. The difference was very small, so I had to go to a final tiebreaker. Arsenal advances to the final. Hopefully, one day PSG will lift the trophy. And if not, feel free to make fun of this video later. In the other matchup, Inter Milan comes out on top against Barcelona. Both clubs have history and potential, especially Barcelona, who've bounced back from recent financial and sporting troubles. But based on the numbers in our categories, Bar Section A is out. They still grab third place, though. A lot of people had them as tournament favorites. So now we have an unexpected final, Arsenal vs Inter Milan. To be fair, Barcelona's stats were better than PSG's A, so they get the bronze medal. If we look at recent matchups, Inter already beat Arsenal A, but that doesn't count for this analysis. Before we reveal the winner, don't forget you can join the channel as a member to get exclusive videos, custom emojis, and vote in future polls, and you'll be supporting the channel directly. Now, looking at the starting 11, attack, midfield, and defense stats. The winner is Inter Milan. That's right, Inter finally wins another Champions League after a long drought. Could this be the rebirth of Italian football? It's been over 13 years since a Serie A team last won the Champions League. This could finally end the drought among the big five leagues, except for France. PSG is still their last hope of winning one in the next 30 years. If you want the final ranking, here it is: first place, Inter Milan; second place, Arsenal; third place, Barcelona; fourth place, Paris Saint-Germain. I don't support any of these clubs, as this was all done mathematically. But feel free to let me know if you disagree in the comments. And don't forget to check out the rest of my content on World Soccer Champs, from detailed guides to fun challenges, like taking the classic Brazil squad into the 1998 Champions League. See you next time.